Hey guys, HerbQuest here with some footage from Season 6 of Deadman mode and my progress so far. This season I was kind of caught up between whether I should stay in Dank FC like I said I would, or chill with DWO's Clanchat, or go with Soup's Clanchat, and I've been just hopping between Dank FC and DWO. And I've been playing a lot with my best friend here, Nabtastic. We're close friends in real life for some time now, and he wanted in on this season, so we've been sharing resources and stuff. It's been really going well so far. We're here at Salarin. We rushed that early on, first day. Sad story though is he logged in just like earlier today, kind of yesterday by now, and Foe was there, and he just sort of specced him out as he was getting that like login lag. Kind of unfortunate, but he didn't lose very much. He wasn't skulled, so no stats. But he lost some items and whatnot. A little bit of a rebuild there, but yeah, we've just been doing Salarin. We did a little PKing together here and there. I didn't think to record the PK clips at the time because some of them were kind of spontaneous, spur of the moment. As for the tournament clip, if you guys watched that, I was watching that back and looking at the lag at the end there where I died, and it was weird because I was like healing at the time. I was spam clicking my food, which wasn't eating because of the ping delay, but my HP was going up, and I speculate that that's because I was standing near someone who was casting the lunar heal spell. But yeah, I think that lag needs looked into because it happened right as the final fog killed everyone. And I thought I was safe because I was in Barbarian Village and I had made it to the center. I didn't know it was 9x9 time yet to get into 9x9 square. I mean, I knew that that was a thing that you had to be in that particular square, but I was 2 squares away from it, like 2 spaces, when it killed me. So I was like a little bit confused. I wasn't really mad about it because it seemed a little not glitchy, but there was a lag problem. It could have just been because there were so many people there. But then again, I've been at like when Bodhi had that huge donation stream and did that giant corp mass. I didn't get any sort of lag there. Like if I needed to eat, my food ate. It was responsive, and my bolts went down when I shot them at corp. You know, when my avas didn't do its thing. You know how you still lose some bolts occasionally, but yeah, that lag was weird. I think that needs looked into. It's possible it could have just been my internet though, just some sort of weird lag spike with bad luck timing. If any of you guys were there, let me know if you experienced any of the same lag. That was just lag in the form of ping delay, really. And here we are, waiting out a skull, just sort of dancing back and forth here. Over in Fall Invitational, we were killing people on their way over to Agility Pyramid in Narda, mostly hoping for people trying to hit up the Narda shop. One guy that Nabtastic killed had a nice 50k in his bank there, so he was probably going to Narda to buy out the green dragon hide, so that was a lucky kill. The keys, I didn't put those in the video because they were, I didn't think to record, but they were junk anyway. Mine were, at least. And going back to the tournament, I had a lot of fun with that. Like, even though I died at the end in kind of like a way that I didn't want to die, I mean, I still made it to the end spot, and I'm happy for that. Would have been nice if I had a chance to use some of my supplies. That's one of my goals, is to, for like the tournament, I'm not going to feel complete with Deadman until I do a tournament, make it to the end, and use a good portion of my supplies. I don't need to win the $10,000, $20,000, or whatever. I mean, granted, that'd be nice. I'm not going to deny it or anything, you know, but I would like to feel as if I had a chance at it, you know? Because, oh, here's a clue scroll. Got junk from it, though. Boom, some Addy and some lobbies. But, yeah, I'd just like to be at the final place and actually use my supplies rather than just dying with a completely full inventory. I mean, I tried to use my supplies, but that lag, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better next time, though, for the Fall Invitational. The ranking should be pretty easily. I'm just getting 35 wood cutting here. And even though the tar and herb method doesn't work as well for getting like the log every time, it still gives you the chance to get the log every time you reuse it. But without getting the log, it's hard to tell when the tick is. And then I made the tar there. Hashtag buying rope 2K. But luckily I was already up to, from like, I think I started at like 19 wood cutting, and I made it up to 32 before I actually made the tar, so I didn't bother getting more. And yeah, right now I'm just training range in game, trying to cap. Here I am on my way to do the Ava's Accumulator quest. That was a fun quest. Didn't run into anybody. Nobody that I could PK, or nobody that wanted to PK me. I mean, there was this guy here, but he's doing the quest too and looks pretty geared. And plus, I didn't really feel like PKing right in the midst of a quest with a whole bunch of quest items in my inventory. If I'm gonna skull up, it's either gonna be on somebody who I can either easily take and probably has something. I'm not gonna kill a level 6 wearing nothing, obviously, but if it's a level 35 and like a bone bow, then those bolts are worth something, and you might even have a bank key. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of scrubbish to go after the lower levels, but it's Deadman mode. Someone's trying to borrow some stuff right now on the main game. Let's see. Yeah, just going through with Havas. Just starting my day here for today, training at Terror Birds. Walking around with Snare ready just in case I see a lower level. Take them out the game really easy. I think as going like mage and range base, my biggest threat is a guy with a dragon dagger right now. Because I don't have that many snares, but I could like freeze them and then long range them if I ran into a DDSer. I'm really glad I got Avas though. That's been helping with the gains quite a bit. A lot of people have been saying it's not worth it because bone bolts are so cheap, but it gives some range DPS. And also, for now that I have like a rune crossbow, if I get any decent bolts, that'll help for that. I've got some emerald bolts E right now. I got those from just picking them up at Chaos Druids, and I got the emeralds on the GE like super cheap. Add my alt, let shows. Oh yeah, I'm playing with an alt this time. Some of you guys might know the name. It's a joke name, Dead Boxing. Kind of a play on dead botting a little bit. I'm not really. I didn't make that name to like make fun of him or anything, or it's just funny because it's similar. So it's along like the same lines because like boxing's bannable from the tournament, botting's banned from the main games. So you know, dead botting, dead boxing. As for the speculations about him, I wasn't there. I wasn't involved. I don't really want to touch that. I almost joined his clan actually. He's like, I think leader of Lit. I don't know, but they use TeamSpeak, and I'm not comfortable with TeamSpeak, so I never ended up joining. I like Discord. Discord seems a lot safer. I've just heard bad things about TeamSpeak. I don't think that Botting's like a bad guy or anything. Just there are like rumors, but I don't know. I don't want to touch it. He's chilling. He's been chill to me. I've met him in game, had a nice conversation, so he doesn't seem like a bad person. And here I am doing some more of Ava's. But yeah, with the all dead boxing there, I've just been training fletching on it. I don't use it to mule, of course. I like playing by the rules as much as possible. I did Xlog for my first time ever the other day. Kind of felt bad for it, but yeah, it happens. I had like no other choice. It was like either death or Xlog. I don't think I'll Xlog again though. It was kind of just like a what do I do? Well, actually, I don't know if Xlogging is like is it just frowned upon or is it? I mean, I know for the tournament they'd probably be more strict than seasonals. Like for instance, I know boxing is acceptable in the seasonals, but not in the tournament. So it's hard to say. There's not really clear lines, but yes, I did Xlog once in case any of you are curious. It's up at Green Dragons after my Slayer task. The baby Green Dragons. I logged in with like 22 health though, so he almost got me. I feel kind of bad because I deprived the guy of a kill, but at the same time he had 3 keys anyway, and bruise. And you know if he's got bruise and he was using diamond bolts, I don't want to accuse him of swapping just because he had good shit. He might just be a really good PKer. But a lot of people who have like max gear right now have been swapping, and I don't swap mostly because I don't really believe in it. I mean, I see swapping is okay from like the RS3 to old school, but I don't like the idea of Deadman mode swapping as much just because it gives a weird competitive edge to people who have things in the other game, and Deadman's supposed to be like a fresh start. So, I don't know. Also, there's a real world trade issue involved with people who just buy GP and then for OSRS and then swap it to Deadman. I mean, statistically, I'm sure there's probably a few cases like that. And then also it's supporting botting in a way because a lot of the swapped money comes from the soak bots, I found out. And it used to be the thieving bots too, but they got rid of those because they robbed the NPCs this season, which I'm thankful for. There's a lot less GP in the game. However, agility pyramid's still a thing, and I think to fix it, all the agility pyramid gold farming, all they could do for that is make the tops tradable, or make the tops convert to GP on death, so then that way they risk something there. Same with the agility tickets. I think maybe like a 1K value added to those so that they turn into a K each on death. That'd make things fair for there, because those people are literally risking nothing and they can just go there with their alts and farm extra gold and either use that to swap or use that to just power level their account and get ahead of everybody. I mean, I like the idea of teamwork. Like, Nabtastic and I have been combining our resources. Certain clans combine their resources, and they get really organized and really efficient, and they gather things and split them up and have like designated people to do particular skills. And I think that's more what Deadman mode is about, rather than just spending 50 mil old school to get yourself max gear, then go and kill everybody and then sell their stuff for the new tier of max gear afterwards. I think it'd be more enjoyable for a lot of people, like a more diverse groups in RuneScape rather than just people in the high tier, rich PvP community, like the typical edge PKers. Not dissing edge PKers or anything. I mean, much props to them. They have a lot of skill in what they do. I mean, I can't edge PK for shit, but I like some Deadman mode, and I get kills. I end up with a positive KD most of the time. I mean, I may kill a lot of people's alts and whatnot, but I do what I can. I have fun with it. That's the point, really, just to have fun with it. Here I've got a Desert Lizard Slayer task. Desert Lizards are a little bit sketchy because you have to go through Shanty Pass there, but since I've got over 70 agility, it's not too bad because I can just rush over to Fall Invitational if something really bad happens or if somebody comes up on me. Otherwise, you could probably just box a lizard because you need to use a water cooler on it for it to die, same as gargoyles. And for the tournament, boxing an NPC is okay, I heard. It's boxing another player that's spannable. So, like, if you're at Gargoyles or Desert Lizards and there's a clan that comes up on you, you don't have to get yourself out of combat by using the water cooler or rock hammer on it. You can continue to box it, and that's not bannable. It's when another player is involved with the boxing, particularly because of the PJ timer. That's when you get into trouble with that. I read up on that a little bit, and that's from my understanding. That's how I understand the boxing rule. You can box an NPC or splash an NPC, but not another player. I think during the final hour, though, it's slightly different. Like, you're not allowed to box an NPC in the final hour of the tournament, but that's it. But there's no gargoyles or desert lizards in the area where the final hour is because it's all free to play. So I think somebody got in trouble before, disqualified for having the tree at Draenor box them a while ago, a couple tournaments back, and I think you're not allowed to bring splash runes to try and splash on a spider. But other than that, other than the final hour itself, boxing an NPC is okay. I got this magic short bow in my inventory. I want to try and get that imbued. That would be nice. Because a lot of people aren't expecting that double spec. And that could really help stack somebody out, especially at like Brimhaven Agility Cores. Somebody's trying to run away on the monkey bars, get a double spec in, and all that damage just stacks at the end. If I can, in that situation, I like to do 2 MSB specs and then switch to my RCB and get a hit off with that. I'm working with Emerald Bolts E right now, as I mentioned before. Oh yeah, I was getting into my alt. That's Fletching. Needs the one that made those. I just pretty much use my alt to fletch things for me, and I'll pass it like 20k to buy out the gnome shops while I'm like doing something else in the meantime. Right now, I had it buy out the gnome shops while I was AFK in here at Terror Birds, and I got myself a whole bunch of potatoes and butter and whatnot for, well, not butter, but cream and milk to churn into butter for tuna potatoes later, along with the tomatoes and oranges. I also noticed that they still haven't fixed the gnome food yet. You can still eat it immediately after closing out of a bank, which I think is a little bit glitchy. I don't abuse that mechanic myself, but just raising awareness that it exists. And then there's my second desert lizard task. Again, didn't see anyone on it. I probably should have ranged these instead of training strength with my Ibans, but felt like getting a little bit of melee stats just in case somebody's playing mage against me in a PK situation and I have to staff whack them. At least if I have a few strength levels, that'll do a little more damage. Because otherwise, like the max hit of an Ivan's staff is like a 12, and if I can already hit a 25 with the spell, then there's not too much point in staff whacking if Prey Mage only takes off half damage. So it's pretty much the same thing either way. I guess you don't use runes staff whacking, so it'd save money. But now that I'm all geared up, Nabtastic and I are going to start PKing here in the near future as soon as we finish getting some gear setups going. I'm pretty good on stats right now. He needs just a little bit of extra training and stats, but we're both right about there. And with next video, I think I said this before, but in case I didn't, it's going to be just a straight PK video, just pure PK clips, because I've yet to do a video like that. It's all been sped up like progress clips of how the account gets built. So hopefully next video I'll be able to show you guys what I can do with what I built, and hopefully we'll kill some more people than just plain noobs. Alright, peace guys. See you next time. See you in the comments.